Hey everybody, welcome to Kimmel's Irish Pub. Time for another movie review. Tonight's movie, The Misfits. So it's about a guy who gets recruited by an unconventional group of thieves who have this big gold heist in their mind, and it promises to have far-reaching implications on his life and lives of countless others. I don't know. It has Pierce Brosnan in it, Jamie Chung, Tim Roth is in it, Nick Cannon's in it. That's pretty awesome, you know what I mean? That's not bad, right? And then, but here's the catch. It is 4.3 on IMDb. But only 646 people have rated it so far. It's an hour and 35 minutes long. I don't know. Just found it on DirecTV. Came out Tuesdays, DirecTV. You can always find a new movie. Sometimes they have nobody you know in it. Sometimes they have 3 or 4 actors that you know in it. And are rated real low. But that's why you're tuned in. Let's find out if it's any good. I'll get it started, tell you a better idea of really what it's about, and then let you know if it's worth watching. Stick around. Hey everybody, I want to do a quick check-in here. We're at the 42-minute, 15-second mark. Not halfway yet, but I don't even know why I'm doing a check-in. There's not much to tell so far. But basically, like they had said, these thieves, if you will, which Nick Cannon and Pierce Brosnan and whatever her name was, I forget what her name was, are all thieves, and they run their own line of work. The beginning of it is narrated by Nick Cannon, but essentially they're recruited to do this job based, I think it's in Abu Dhabi. That's where they are now. But this prison has all this gold, and the idea is for them to rob it. Now here's the catch, and this was in one of the other synopsis I read, so this is not a spoiler alert, but it's they're not robbing it to get rich themselves, they're robbing it to stop terrorism. So there's some convincing that has to go on in order to get all these thieves to buy into doing something that's not going to benefit themselves, right? So it's the beginning part of this is all like kind of showing, a little bit of their talents, so it gives a little background on who they are, what they do, just a little bit more on Pierce Brosnan and what he kind of does. So the biggest thing I guess he does is he's like also an escape artist. So that's really all we have now. So the team's together, they're making their plans, they're going to make something happen, and I just want to get her name because Jamie Chung. I don't know how I can forget, but she's also one of the thieves. That's really all it's about. I mean, like I said, I don't even know why I checked in, but now you have a better idea, because I did read, what I read was like a Robin Hood thing, so. But so far so good. It's definitely not a 4.3. There's a blend of, there's a lot of comedy thrown into it, so it doesn't take itself too seriously, and that's it. Some of the comedy's not that great, but that's okay. Let me get back to it here, see where it goes. Sorry I didn't have a better check-in, but at least now you know what it's about. We'll see where it goes, and I'll tell you what I think. Stick around. Hey everybody, we're at the credits of The Misfits, and I have to be honest here, it really kind of falls apart. Although there wasn't much to tell in the first check-in, because, they were just laying the groundwork for this big heist, right? And the backstories of all the thieves and, why they're doing it, their special skills somewhat, I think they could have done a little bit more on that side. But then really as it goes forward, it completely falls apart. I was hoping maybe we'd get some gag reel here at the end, so I'm keeping my eye on it just in case. It might bring it back up a little bit more, but it really turns into a silly comedy. There were points where, it's a heist, right? So one of the movies that automatically comes to mind, Ocean's 11, which had a little bit of comedy in it, there were some jokes. I mean, those guys are sometimes funny. And I thought that's what they were trying to do. There's even a point where the music sounds like Ocean's 11, as they're doing all these things. But they tried to get so cute with, what they were doing. You know how in Ocean's 11, you don't know really what they did until the end and a big reveal. And they try and do that here. but it's a mess. It's like it's a complete mess, right? So even that aspect, the oh aha kind of moment, or like, oh, I mean, you have to see it. They try and do all these goofy things to try and lead you off the what you think it's going to be, and then it's like, here's what they did. Again, like Ocean's 11, spoiler alert, you knew this was coming, so that's not really a spoiler, but, and then what they did was just like super, super silly, unrealistic, and what? So that, and that's where it really like hit me, how silly that it really has become. And now Nick Cannon, I'm a fan of him. America's Got Talent, you know, Roll Bounce, whatever else he's been in. I kind of like the guy. And he's beefed up in this one. He's bigger. He's got, I don't know if they're real, but he's got the sleeve tattoos. He's like the muscle of the group, which was, I thought, a little different than I see him in. But I don't really like to say this, but he kind of ruins it a little bit. So he is the funny guy of the group, right? Which is great. And, you know, there's some scenes where you can put in a couple of little jokes here and there, lighten it up, you know, chase scenes or whatever, and they can say things. But it's non-stop. Like, the entire scene is littered with, you know, him trying to crack different jokes. And, you know, and I say it's Nick Cannon, I'm sure he didn't write this movie and didn't write all the lines. He's just doing his best to act them. So, whatever, whoever's fault it is, it didn't work for me. Like, he could say something and I'd laugh, and then it'd keep going and going and going and going and going. It's like, oh, you know. So that whole piece was really not great. The dialogue wasn't great either, but I don't know. This fell flat for me. And, you know, in I don't want to, I'm not going to spoil it, I hope not, but, you know, when they're doing this heist thing, and you have to have, like, the decoy guy show up, right? For whatever reason. You'll see it when you watch this. And, you know, the guy, I'm just going to make it up, the plumber comes, right? Okay, well, you got to have somebody do that. But then if you need another person to show up, wouldn't you use a different character? You know, and that again shows how silly it was. And the character that character played was, you know, I'm trying not to spoil it for you at all, but, you know, they just mess it all up, I think, with that. You know, I get it, they want to be silly and they want to be funny, but they tried too hard and it became, I'm using it again, silly. And that's what I got for you. I definitely get the low scores. We got some decent actors in this. I mean, Pierce Brosnan, Jamie Chung. Now, she was the best part. So all this heist stuff that's going on, nothing was that entertaining to me. I mean, I was excited. I was intrigued. I was like, okay, what are they going to do? How are they going to do it? There's, you know, all these great ideas that they'll have, and it'll just be awesome. And that fell flat. But, you know, I was hoping for that. But then her part, when it comes time, you know, she didn't have much to do, but when her part came, that was the best part of the whole second half of the movie, I think. You know, I thought that was good. It was a little aha, kind of neat moment, and with that, the rest of it just didn't work for me. So, you know, wasted all these good actors. You know, at least Pierce Brosnan and Jamie Chung, you wasted them on a movie that could have been a little bit better. You know, I mean, you know, I hate to put down somebody else's work of art. I apologize. I just think they had it. I don't know. That's me. So, I always think they should test them through me, really. You know, I could have said a couple of things. It wouldn't have been too drastic, but they had a good heist theme. The Robin Hood heist theme. I like it. They had a good cast. They just took the silliness too far. Alright, I said it, I think that's 3 times, so I will end it right there. Check it out. You know, when you have a chance, if you're stuck on a flight and it comes on, would be my kind of recommendation here. it's a little bit of fun, but it angers you in the end that it could have been more, I guess. I don't know. I don't know what else to say that I haven't said. So that's it. I'm going to stop right there. Do what you do. Do what you want to do. If you want to put comments, put comments. You know, I'd love to hear others' thoughts. That's it. That's it. I'm gone. Thanks for tuning in. Kimmel's Irish Pub.